Welcome back guys, Gozen here for Anime Uproar, and today we are going to be talking about one of the most powerful and complex characters in Attack on Titan, the Beast Titan. He is currently considered to be the most powerful Titan shifter in the manga. He is said to be the strongest warrior of Marley, in contrast to Captain Levi, who is in turn said to be humanity's strongest soldier. So who is this Titan, who can crush the mighty armored Titan without even breaking a sweat? This insanely powerful Titan has been shrouded in mystery from the beginning, but today we'll be looking at everything you need to know about this unique and deadly Titan. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because there are many more Attack on Titan videos on the way. A quick warning, there will be manga spoilers, so proceed with extreme caution. If you are still with me, let's begin with the secret identity of the Beast Titan. The current possessor of the Beast Titan is Zeke Yeager. He is the older half-brother of our protagonist Eren Yeager, and the son of Grisha and Dina Fritz. As you can probably tell by the last name, Dina was a member of the royal family, and as a result, Zeke has royal blood in his veins too. Zeke is 25 years old by the year 850 and 29 years old after the time skip. He currently only has 1 year or less left to live before he has to pass the Beast Titan power on to Colt in the manga because of Ymir's curse, which guarantees that no Titan shifter can live beyond 13 years. Now, before we break down the Beast Titan's specific abilities, let's look back at Zeke's very interesting past. Zeke was born in Marley to Eldian parents Grisha and Dina. The Eldians were and continue to be discriminated against in Marley. In most cases, they are forced to live in designated areas and are treated with extreme cruelty. Because of their ability to turn into titans, they are treated as monsters by the Marleyan people. Grisha and his sister traveled beyond the wall, aka beyond the designated Eldian territory when they were kids. As a result, his sister was taken by a soldier and ripped apart by dogs for his amusement. Grisha would probably have also been killed in a gruesome manner if the Eldian spy, known as the Owl, had not rescued him. After this event, Grisha developed a deep-seated hatred for the Marleyan government and eventually joined the Eldian Restorationists, a group of Eldians who sought to overthrow the Marleyan government and restore Eldian power. Grisha eventually married Dina, a member of the royal Eldian family that did not follow the first King Fritz to the island of Paradise, where he used the founding Titan power, also known as the coordinate, to build the three walls and erase the memory of the Eldian people so that they would forget about Marley and come to believe that they were the last remnants of humanity in a world overrun by titans. The Eldian Restorationists viewed the king as a traitor because he abandoned the conflict with Marley and as a result left the rest of the Eldians to suffer under the oppression of the Marleyan people. The Restorationists knew that in order to restore Eldian power, they would need to acquire this power, the power of the founding Titan. By the way, if you want to know more about the coordinate and the founding Titan power, check out the coordinate explained video, which I'll leave in the description. Eventually, Grisha and Dina had a kid and named him Zeke. Some years later, the Marleyan government was looking for Eldian kids because they needed them to use the 7 Titan powers they had stolen from the Eldian people. Remember, only Eldians could become Titans or Titan shifters. Without Eldian warriors, the Marleyan government could not harness any of the 9 Titan powers. Grisha then got an idea. He would hand Zeke, his son, over to the Marleyan government and make him an Eldian mole. However, to his surprise, Zeke betrayed him. The young Zeke was brainwashed by the Marleyan government and ratted out his parents, who were then arrested and taken to the island of Paradise, where they were both supposed to be turned into mindless titans, although Grisha obviously escaped that fate thanks to Eren Kruger the Owl. What is unclear though is whether or not Grisha and Dina told Zeke about his royal blood. In the manga, it is clear that the Marleyan government had no idea that Dina or Zeke were members of the royal Eldian family, but the real question is, does Zeke know? And is he keeping this secret? That information may come into play later in the manga. So Zeke became the perfect Marleyan warrior. He eventually acquired the Beast Titan power and made his way through the ranks until he eventually earned the title of War Chief, the highest and most honored position any Eldian can hope to get in the Marleyan nation. Another thing that other characters find surprising is high-ranking Marley officials seem to take Zeke's advice and thoughts seriously when thinking about what to do next. Both Reiner and Bertolt reported to him, and together they all went to the island of Paradise to take the coordinate power for the Marleyan government. It is clear that Bertolt and Reiner look up to him because Ymir notices that they look at the Beast Titan like excited children when they spot him at Utgard Castle. On the island of Paradise, where the main Attack on Titan story takes place, the Beast Titan, as we know, caused many problems for the Survey Corps. He defeats one of the strongest and most eccentric soldiers in the Survey Corps, Mike, effortlessly, really. He turns the people of Connie's village into Titans and commands Titans to attack the Survey Corps at Utgard Castle. He also plans the final assault on the Survey Corps at the Battle of Shiganshina District. He almost defeats the Survey Corps, but while he is throwing chunks of stones at groups of soldiers that are charging at him and shooting smoke flares, he is caught off guard by Levi and almost killed. However, Peak, a fellow Titan shifter and Marleyan warrior, saves him in the nick of time in her Titan form, which is called Cartman. Zeke stops to tell Eren, his half-brother, that they were both victims of Grisha's brainwashing and that he will come back to save him before escaping back to Marley. Afterwards, the Marley-Mideast War begins. Zeke fights with the other Titan shifters working for the Marleyan government, but is almost killed again, this time by anti-Titan artillery. However, Reiner, using his power of the armored Titan, shields him from the blast. Zeke, once a formidable and frightening opponent, now recognizes that technological advancements are beginning to eclipse even his power. He also revealed in the newer chapters of the manga that he is actually scared of the Ackerman clan, and hopes that he never has to fight Levi again. It's interesting seeing him, arguably the most powerful Titan shifter, scared for once by the power of one of our main characters, when this whole time it was the Titans, and especially the Beast Titan, who were portrayed as the scary ones. Nevertheless, Zeke wants to go back to Paradise and capture the coordinate as soon as possible because his time is running out, as mentioned, due to Emir's curse. He only has 1 year left before he has to pass on his powers to warrior cadet Colt Grice. And the next possessor is unlikely to be as powerful as Zeke. It is acknowledged that Zeke has powers that previous possessors didn't, and people are curious as to why that is. But the audience knows that it is probably related to the fact that he has royal blood. Also, the new chapter, chapter 94, recently came out and I did a review for it, link in the description. In this manga chapter, we see that Zeke is still close to his Marleyan-fearing grandparents, Grisha's parents, and visits them at the internment zone Liberio when he gets the chance. That's all we know about Zeke so far, although I can't wait to see what happens with him next. Now, let's get into the Beast Titan's special abilities. It is important to note that some of these special abilities are specific to Zeke and have not been possessed by previous Beast Titans, such as his ability to change humans into Titans. It is important to mention Zeke's excellent control of his Titan form. He always retains his human mind in Titan form, unlike Eren, and he can even speak fluently and for extended periods of time in his Titan form. That is not possible for any other Titan shifters except Peak in her Titan form and Ymir, and even Ymir, a very skilled Titan shifter and an exception to the rule, can only utter a word or two at a time. Zeke speaks to humans but also gives orders to other Titans, which they usually follow if they were created by his own spinal fluid. Although, as the incident with Mike and the Titan that was holding him revealed, the control isn't perfect, like the founding Titan's control would be in theory. Like all Titans, Zeke has superhuman regeneration. After Levi nearly kills him, Zeke is shown talking to Eren and his face is already partially healed. Like Annie, Zeke is also able to harden his Titan body, and he tries to harden the nape of his neck when Levi attacks him. But the ability needs time to work and Levi proves to be too fast for him. Also, like Reiner has shown, it appears that other Titans can transfer their brain activity to the rest of their nervous system, while also using the Titan's brain in order to survive having their head cut off. He also possesses immense strength and is able to break off chunks of the wall and hurl them accurately from extremely far distances. He seems to be a fan of baseball since he refers to his boulder tosses as pitches and says he's hoping for a perfect game in the Battle of Shiganshina. He also seems to be a formidable fighter since he was able to defeat the Armored Titan without showing any visible sign of injury or fatigue himself. Lastly, his most impressive ability is his ability to transform humans into Titans that will obey his commands. Zeke possesses a scream that he can use while in human form to transform humans that have been injected with his spinal fluid into Titans. Unlike regular Titans, these Titans have been able to move at night, but Hanji speculates that they can only move under a full moon. And speaking of Hanji, you guys might find it interesting to know that Zeke and Hanji were tied for smartest character in the official Attack on Titan guidebook, both scoring 11 out of 10. This says a lot about the current Beast Titan's mental prowess, but this is yet another trait which cannot be passed down. So that is what we know so far about Zeke and about the Beast Titan's unique abilities. However, for me, Zeke is still a bit of an enigma. What does he mean when he says he will rescue Eren? Is he really the obedient, unquestioning Marleyan warrior that he appears to be, or is this hairy genius hiding something? Zeke's name is the shortened form for Ezekiel, which is Hebrew for God will strengthen. In the Bible, Ezekiel was a prophet among the Hebrews exiled to Babylon who prophesied the destruction of Jerusalem and Israel's restoration. Could this be a complete coincidence, or will Zeke actually have a part to play in Eldia's restoration? I personally wouldn't be surprised if there is more to Zeke than it seems at the moment. Let me know what you guys think about Zeke in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. What is he planning? Anyways guys, if you made it all the way to the end, you rock. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to go beast mode on that like button and subscribe for more Attack on Titan videos. You can also check out our Attack on Titan playlist on the left of your screen. If you want to see more videos like this, consider supporting us on Patreon, link in the description below. Until next time, see you, Space Cowboys.